Welcome back to Skynyrd Shorts, episode number
47.
47. Is that Ricky Stenhouse?
Ooh, that is for Olive Branch boy right there. Yeah.
Local Yoko.
Our hometown guy.
Hey, Ricky, if you're watching.
Let's go, Stenhouse.
Subscribe. So, the title of today's episode
Is Tom Petty a Southern artist? Do we think he's a Southern rocker?
Do we have Mike Campbell on our Southern All-Star team?
He's on mine, I think. Yeah. I would never let Mike Campbell off the list.
So, there's some controversy about if he should be considered a Southern rock artist, right?
Well, I mean, they're Gainesville, bred and born, born and bred.
Yeah.
And they're Southern. I mean, Mike Campbell's Southern. I mean, these are Florida guys. Now, I don't know what his influences weren't Southern, but, there were a lot of influences that aren't Southern that influenced Southern guys.
And Roger McGuinn was not Southern.
Yeah, and neither was Paul Rogers.
Paul Rogers was not Southern.
But, I mean, but that was the genre that we were coming from, the English part of music for us. It come over. It was there.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the Beatles. And then you're all about the English funk.
Yeah. The British invasion.
British invasion, which included, some Paul Rogers.
Paul Rogers.
A lot of stuff that people really don't think about.
But the truth is, all that was influenced by the Southern blues stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've got
full circle.
I mean, Eric Clapton, those guys, they were brought up on the blues and the Muddy Waters stuff and all the original blues singers. Albert King, so it all is a circle. It all comes back. And Paul Rogers is a great singer. Roger McGuinn was a great singer. But yeah, he's a very huge influence to Tom Petty because, face it, if you hear a Roger McGuinn song or a Tom Petty song, you kind of get them confused sometimes.
In fact, Roger McGuinn once said the first time he heard American Girl, he looks and he goes, I don't remember ever writing that. Sounds so much like him.
And I've listened to some Bird stuff and Roger McGuinn stuff, and yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah.
And we all had to have our basis, people we looked at, people we wanted to take interest from.
So is Tom Petty considered a Southern artist?
He is to me. I mean, I'm the only one, I guess, for it, but I'm Tom Petty to the bone. You know that.
He paid tribute to his Southern roots and Southern accents, right?
Southern accents was definitely Southern roots. Listen to the song Rebels. I mean, that's us, as Southern community. That's what we did as kids growing up.
One of my favorite songs.
Rebels. We were stomping on that loud pedal, man. We were going and blowing.
Oh, yeah. Boozing and cruising.
Let our girlfriends throw us out of the car or whatever. But that was Tom, and he was singing about us. He was singing about the Southern teenage era.
He was saluting us, right?
He was definitely saluting us. Southern accents. How do you say it's not Southern? I mean, this was Tom writing about his influences from the South.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, to me, Tom Petty, he grew up in the South, so a lot of his songs are about stuff that we all know.
Very common.
Yeah.
Very, very, very much like us. And his lyrics, they compound it.
Yeah. So I vote that he's Southern.
Oh, you always got my vote. He's Southern. Or was. God rest him. It's like, rest in peace, Tom Petty. He had a rough life. And I tell you what, his lyrics were pretty touching. It's like Ronnie's lyrics. They touch your soul. And when you hear them and research them, they're the real thing. They're the real deal. And that's Tom Petty.
Although Tom was more of a pop artist because he knew how to get to the chorus quickly.
He was a songwriter. And, of course, his guitar players and all his band around him were instrumental in all that because they were strong players.
Yeah.
He grew up with the mud crutch. And these guys, they built a tune. And is Tom Petty without the Heartbreakers? I don't think so. Is Tom Petty's solo album? It's with all kinds of Heartbreakers. They were a band born in the Bayou, kind of in Florida. They grew up together. They're called Mud Crutch. And I mean, they were just boys playing their music and just turned into something great.
Yeah.
in the South.
Yep. And did Ronnie Van Zant ever wear the Confederate flag on stage?
I can't answer that because I do not know.
But we know Tom Petty did.
Yeah, Tom Petty did to wear Southern accent stuff.
The inside line of his jacket.
Yeah, and I don't know that Ronnie ever wore anything with a Confederate flag, but it's possible. I haven't seen every picture of every show for Ronnie, so please let me know if you have.
So Tom was definitely proud of his Southern upbringing.
He was very proud. And he was from Gainesville. Was he born in Tallahassee? I can't remember. But he's a Florida boy through and through.
He met Elvis one time.
And that was a different nice influence.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's like all of us. Raised on the Beatles and raised on Elvis and the blues. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of music that he wrote that was very blues based.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. So, anything else?
Oh, man, I love Tom Petty. You know that. And I'm not going to argue with Tom Petty because I love his songs and I love his music. Is it Southern? It is to me.
It is to me too. So it's 2-0. Tom Petty's in the Southern rock genre.
For good.
Okay.
We've made it for sure.
For sure. Argue with us. Please let us know what you think. And until next time,
We'll be back.
we'll see you here on Skynyrd Shorts. Thank you
so much.
Please subscribe.